Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me. The left just cannot get over the fact that Donald Trump has won this election. Now, they are going absolutely crazy. And Stephen Colbert, I believe CBS's Stephen Colbert, is just going absolutely nuts. I mean, talking about he's going to go on some kind of diet or something or overeat, something crazy. I'm going to read you a portion of what he actually said, but it's actually absolutely insane. I mean, it is so funny to me, and I would like to talk about this because I think it's comical. So let's get right into this. Yeah, it just cannot deal with the fact that this man has won. I mean, it's like, you know, we don't know how to react. It's almost like they don't know how to react to him winning. It's almost like, well, instead of analyzing why he won, they're doing crazy stuff. CBS's Stephen Colbert revealed on Monday's show that he had been stress eating. That's what it was. Stress eating in the days since President-elect Donald Trump won the election. What is stress eating? We're going to find out. Stephen Colbert said his plan to cope with Trump's victory is to lift weights and get, quote, super jacked, or, quote, I'm just going to get super fat. One of those two, and I've got a pretty good clue of where it's going to be. Because over the weekend, what I like to do when I'm feeling stressed out, I cook. Oh, boy. Colbert then listed the meals he prepared, including Tuscan white bean soup, roasted cauliflower, and coconut milk, and almond bread pudding. He would do something like that. Weird. He then segued into a segment about cute puppies. Now, I didn't see this, but during the campaign, Colbert used his CBS show to repeatedly attack Trump and his supporters. He also tried to boost Kamala Harris' public appeal by hosting her on his show in October, sharing a beer with the vice president. And that's all I'm going to read right there. That's all that needs to be read. Yeah. And I saw a clip of that, of him saying, let's share a beer, you know, as if that's going to really boost numbers, as if that's going to find some kind of solidarity with American people. Maybe with some people it did, maybe so. Maybe some people's like, oh, she's drinking beer, so she's one of us. Maybe they thought that, which I find to be really, really silly because a lot of people in America don't drink beer. I'm one of them. And it isn't because I'm a Christian. Okay, when I wasn't a Christian, I tried drinking beer and the stuff is nasty, okay? So I don't know why that would be some form of trying to find solidarity or commonality with American people by drinking some beer on the show, but whatever. Yeah, but I find this so hilarious and so silly that he decides he wants to do all of this type of stuff because he's stressed. It's called stress cooking or whatever. Stress cooking, stress eating. Let me tell you something. I can't help but ask this question. In what way are you stressed, my brother? I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. In what way is Trump being in office causing you to be stressed? And then he talks about how he's going to lift weights or do this. Okay, if you're going to lift weights, if you're going to lift weights to deal with this proposed stress that you believe Trump is bringing to you, why weren't you doing that before then? Assuming that you weren't doing it before then, lifting weights and getting in shape is a good thing. It doesn't have to do it. Lifting weights and exercising shouldn't be a stress reliever. It should be something to keep your knucklehead in shape. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just so silly. They don't know what to do. And it's almost too as if the huge sums of money that people like Stephen Colbert get for pushing this propaganda, they have to find some way to utilize their time. You know, it's like, okay, I'm getting paid probably tens of thousands of dollars a week, if not more, to spend this nonsense. So I got to come up with something to kill the time that I'm on air. You know, I got to do something because no sensible person with a brain would even want to be bothered. So, yeah, you got to do something. But this is completely silly. We talked about this before in previous videos about how a lot of these liberal women are going on sex strikes and all of this kind of weird, off the wall, crazy stuff. And really, it is quite humorous. It's quite humorous. It is absolutely humorous. It's funny. It's what else can you say? And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because someone like this, why would someone want to watch a show like this anyway? Why would someone want to spend their time? I don't know, the show's half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. Why would anyone want to spend their time watching a show about a man that's talking about since Trump is in office, he has to have some way to be able to deal with his stress. What am I going to do? I'm going to cook, or I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stress cook. I'm going to stress eat, whatever. I mean, come on, man. It makes no sense whatsoever. And what's kind of sad about this and I pray that I'm wrong on this. But what's kind of sad about this is that I'm pretty sure that he's probably influencing a lot of people in America to do the same thing. I'm under so much stress that Trump is in office, not really knowing how to pinpoint or where to pinpoint the so-called stress. They're just stressed because the media pundits say they're stressed, the Democrats say they should be stressed, and you got to deal with the stress somewhere, or find your safe space or whatever. Yeah, that's the only way you can justify claiming to be stressed because Trump is in office. There's no correlation between the two other than the nonsense that the mainstream media is pumping in the heads of millions of Americans. But when you really ask them, what are you stressed about? If your income, if you're going to have more money in your pocket, it's probably going to be less of these illegals in the country. We have probably more likely less wars, so more money will be coming in. What's going to cause you stress? What, the deportation? If you're going back to the mass deportation, let me just remind these knuckleheads out here that, look, if you are a full-blooded American, he's not going to deport you, boo-boo. Those who need to fear the deportation and all of this other stuff and so-called concentration camps, which, according to some researchers, there are concentration camps scattered throughout this country. Okay, but those concentration camps are not for illegals. Okay, but at any rate, okay, that's all of that all that's going on. But the only people that need to be stressed is the illegals. And the criminals in particular. And let me say something real quick about the concentration camps. Let me tell you what those concentration camps are really for, though. According to one source and one researcher, okay, stated that he did an interview with a Marxist insurgent from the FBI. I think he was from the FBI. He was an FBI Marxist insurgent. He specializes in inserting himself into Marxist movements. And he stated in the interview that when asked what the real reason for these concentration camps were for in the country, the FBI Marxist insurgent responded in jest and said, well, at first I was thinking that maybe it's perhaps if there's a terrorist attack or whatever, we can put these terrorists there. But he said, now we've come to find out that the purpose for these concentration camps and detention camps or whatever you want to call it all over the country, detention camps or concentration camps, I may have misused the term, forgive me if I have, but either way, it's actually for anyone who does not give in to a Marxist revolution. Now, you do the math. Who would not, for the most part, support a Marxist revolution? Conservatives and Christians and sensible people. So he's arguing that the so-called concentration camps or detention camps are for those who will not submit to a communist revolution. So who should be fearing anything? It certainly ain't going to be these left liberals, unless they reject the communist revolution that is coming. Anyway, yeah, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Go ahead and get your eat on, Stephen. Go ahead and eat. Go ahead and deal with your stress, man. I hope don't nothing bad happen to you. You don't get an ulcer or whatever. My prayers are with you, bro. Do your thing. But you completely mixed up. You're delusional, and it's funny. But I had to say that. What do you guys think about this nonsense? Leave your comments in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.